Me. Can't focus on me. Baby, can you focus?
What's up, y'all? It's your girl JJ, and I am back with another video. So, y'all, I am coming at y'all with another story time. But before we jump into the story time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is gonna be a part 4 on I Guess He Was Perfect After All. The last story time, I pretty much told y'all how everything was going okay in our relationship. We went out to eat. He ate my appetizer. I'm still mad about that. He was telling me how we didn't go on enough dates and he wanted to go on more dates, right? Freaky man's mom ended up getting sick, so she had to go stay in the hospital for, I want to say, about like 2 weeks. While Freaky man mom was in the hospital, he's at my house way more. When I say way more, he's staying the night. He's coming back. It kind of felt as if we lived together. Because when his mom wasn't in the hospital, sometimes he would leave and then sometimes he would stay. At the end of the day, I saw exactly what it was. His mom was jealous of the fact that he had a girlfriend and he was spending time with the girlfriend. In the last story, I told y'all how Freaky man talked to the girl, the mother of the son, and she told him that they both could go half on the test. All he had to do was send the money. There was really no reason for me to bring it up again. He told me that's what he was going to do. So I'm just waiting to see what the results is going to be. So Freaky man's mom ended up getting out of the hospital. She gets out the hospital, and around this time, I would do my treats, but I would do them like custom orders. So if somebody hit me up like, hey, I want this much, it had to be like a big order for me to make the treats. So I remember he had family in town and they were all staying at his house. I had this bright idea to send over some cupcakes to his mom because I had this large order. And every time I did a large order, I would always have leftover cupcakes. I wanted to impress her. I feel as if I would make myself small because I wanted his mom to like me at the end of the day. I was in love with her son. I didn't want her to think, it's not even that I wanted her to think. I just wanted to impress her so bad. Don't know why, but I did. When I got done with my large order, I had the leftover cupcakes. When Freaky man came to my house that day, I already had the little tray together. And the way I would get those little containers from the Dollar Tree where it have like 9 little slots. So I had the peach cobbler, I had the Oreo, I had, I think I put more peach cobbler on the other side too because it just looked cute and I just knew she would like them. If she didn't like me, maybe if she tasted my cupcakes, then she'll like me then. So I was just trying to impress that woman for real. So me and Freaky man, we chilling, minding our business, doing what we do. It was during the day. And I think I went to work. I went to work that morning. So I had the rest of the day to just chill until about 5, 6 p.m. We're just doing, y'all, like, I swear, it's just crazy because we would just be in the bed, just butt booty, watching TV, chilling, drinking, eating. We would just have, I don't know, I can't even explain how it was. We would be around each other, but I feel like we just be chilling in our own little worlds. Like he'll be on his phone, I'll probably be on my phone, or I'll be watching TV, but we'll just be in our own little zone. It gets closer to the time where I had to go pick my baby up from daycare. He takes the cupcakes and then he goes home, right? I'm on the phone with him because we would always be on the phone, so we're on FaceTime. He gets home. He sees his mom. He's telling her that he has some cupcakes for her to try. And he wanted her to see if she liked the cupcakes. His auntie in the background. And she was just saying how she wanted to try the cupcakes. And I hear his mom and his auntie saying, oh, these look good. Oh my God, like I can't wait to try these. So he like, okay, try them. I'm just listening. He's holding the phone, but he's not like holding it to where they can see who he's on the phone with. But he's just like holding the phone. He get him the cupcakes. He's not saying nothing to me. I'm just like listening. Because, yeah, I'm just listening to see what they gonna say about the cupcakes. His mom pick up one of the peach cobbler ones. She start eating it. The auntie pick up one too. She's eating it. So as they're eating it, I hear them saying, oh my God, these are so good. And I hear the auntie saying, oh yeah, them from scratch. I know them from scratch. I'm like, she must have been big because how you know? But yeah, the auntie just like, oh, these from scratch, yeah. Where you get these from? Nephew, where you get these from? And so I hear his mom and she was saying the same thing. Like, yeah, son, where you get these from? Y'all, when I tell you, he told them my girlfriend made these from scratch. Child. The auntie, she was hyped. She was saying how she wanted to place the order and that she needed my number because these cupcakes were so good and she be having events and she would love to work with me. But the mama, oh, the mama, y'all, the mama, The mama was she just turned up her whole little face and was like, oh, your girlfriend made these? Oh, they all right. They cool. They too sweet for me, though. But I'm thinking, girl, what? I heard you. I heard you saying how good they were and that you loved them. They was so good. They was tasty. They was this. They was that. So I'm sitting there like, I'm sitting there confused. I'm so confused. And he picked up the phone and started like saying something to me. And so I hear his mom saying, oh, you on the phone with her? Yeah, I'm here, miss. I'm here, ma'am. I heard you talking mess. Like, I heard you. I most definitely heard you saying that you like the cupcakes. But then when you found out I made the cupcakes, you didn't like the cupcakes no more. But it's cool. It's all good. I know my cupcakes good. You ain't even got to tell me. He ended up going in his room and we was having a conversation. And I could just see the look on his face. He was irritated. He was so irritated because he knew that his mama switched up when she knew that I made the cupcakes. So we ended up getting off the phone. I'm laughing, y'all. I'm literally hysterical because how dare you, lady? How dare you? But I didn't let it faze me at all. I didn't let it faze me at all because your first impression, girl, you loved him, okay? So that was that. He ended up giving his auntie my number. She had texted me. I had saved her number. She pretty much just told me, like, the cupcakes is good. She would love to place some orders with me. She always got an event. So, yeah, she want to do business with me. I told her, okay, cool. That's what's up. Yeah. One day I'm being sneaky, right? And he falls asleep and I run through that phone. Because one thing about it, I'm going to watch and put that code in. And I'm going to act like I'm not watching. And then I might be sneaky as hell and record from my phone. Man, listen, I'm going to get that code. I don't know how I be doing it, but just call me Sherlock Holmes because I always find out a nigga's code all the time. Okay? So yeah, he falls asleep. I run through that phone. I'm looking through all the messages. I'm looking through everything. I'm not seeing too much crazy stuff, but I go to the girl's messages. That's the little boy's mom. So I'm looking at the messages and she's asking for the money. She's constantly asking for the money. Like when I say she was texting him damn near every day for a week straight saying, hey, when you gonna send the money? Did you send the money? Are you gonna send the money? Here's my Cash App. Here's my Zelle. Here's my this. Here's my that. Here, she's telling him she's giving him every option. You can Western Union. Like, y'all, she's literally giving him every option, every opportunity, every way to send this money. Why this nigga just not responding to her? He's like liking the messages. He's doing like little weird stuff, but he's not responding to her at all about sending this money so that way they can do this DNA test. I was so mad because the last time I talked to him about it, he said that he was going to send the money. Then he said he did send the money. So it made me mad seeing that he never sent this girl this money at all. It really made me mad as I don't know what, y'all. Like, I was so irritated because, sir, this must be your son. It has to be your son at this point because why are you avoiding taking this test? Because you feel like it's not your son? Because you feel like that little boy don't look like you? But at the end of the day, come on now. Be for real. Be so for real. Like, it was just wrong. And I was disgusted, y'all. I was so irritated and so disgusted with his behavior when it came down to seeing if this baby was his or not. But yeah, he never sent her the money. It's getting closer to my sister's birthday. I'm excited. When I'm excited about stuff, I may bring it up a lot. I felt as if I wasn't bringing it up too much, but I was telling him how excited I was for her birthday dinner and we was going to have so much fun. I want to say a good week, y'all. A week before her birthday, he just breaks up with me. He didn't give me no reason. He just broke up with me. He just told me he didn't want to be with me anymore. I was confused. I was so confused because I didn't know why he was breaking up with me. So in my mind, I'm thinking, is he still mad about the whole Twitter situation? Because since that happened, I promise y'all, he changed so much on me. Like, when I say change, he was a totally different person because I posted that picture on Twitter. And I was confused because it was just starting to seem as if he was just trying to find any reason to break up with me. And that's how I felt. And a part of me was kind of over it. I was pretty much just over it. I didn't care anymore. And that was what that was. I was completely just over the whole situation. It was what it was. And I was trying to act hard, y'all. I was trying to act like it didn't bother me and I was unbothered. I was very much so bothered as hell, okay? We still in October. It's getting closer to Halloween. So the day of Halloween comes. I take Kamaya to her little parade. We ain't talked in a few days. Like, he's really standing on business behind us not being together. I thought that after that first day of him breaking up with me, that he would try to hit me up the next morning, or he would try to say something to me, or show up at my house. My problem is I live in this fairy tale world, and I just think that a man, after he do me wrong, is going to show up on my doorstep with flowers, begging and pleading, and playing Boys to Men, okay? Or Jodeci. Don't know why in my mind I think that that's acceptable, because it's not. But that's just the world that I live in. So when days is going by and this man ain't doing that, every time my doorbell ring, y'all, I'm jumping up thinking it's him. It was one time where I thought I saw him walk by my window. It probably wasn't even him, but y'all, I just knew I saw him walk by my window. So I'm sad. Is I don't know what. The day of Halloween, I take my baby to her parade. I'm sitting there watching the little Halloween parade in the morning time. I see my daughter's best friend, Mom. Me and her was like this, and we would always just talk and have little conversations. I wanted to just pour my heart out to her and just start talking. But I'm like, okay, this is not the time or the place. It's a whole kids parade right here. I need to focus on what's important. But y'all, as soon as I saw her, I wanted to just talk. I was so deeply in love with him. It makes me so mad that I made myself little for this man. I would do things that I felt as if I was making the situation better, but on the outside looking in, or from now looking back, I just made myself small for somebody that I shouldn't have made myself small for. I should have just let him go and let him do what he needed to do, and got away from that bad energy that he was bringing towards me, because it really didn't serve me no purpose, and I should have walked away from it, but I didn't. So then after I got done talking to her, I had to rush to work. I get to work. Me and Miss Olivia had a whole day planned, y'all, and I was stressed because on most days I would just chill with her. She would cook, I would give her medication, and I would just be on my phone just chilling. But this day, her daughter had a whole day planned, okay? So she get herself together. I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm constantly checking my phone, because I just knew that at any day he was going to hit me up. I just knew that he was going to be like, I'm sorry. I was just feeling some type of way, but I miss you. I really felt we were best friends. I did. I felt we were compatible. I felt as if this was going to be somebody I was going to be with for a long time. We just was kind of having our little issues. He would tell me, I never cheated on you. I don't need to cheat on you. Our sex is amazing. He would always say that, like, our love making is amazing. I don't need to cheat on you. You're a good woman. You this, you that, whatever. So I get to work. I'm sad. I'm down bad. I'm hurt, y'all. I'm so hurt because he still had not hit me up. I was so used to good morning texts from him all the time that I felt I was going crazy. I really did. I feel like I was going crazy because we had not talked in days. I get Miss Olivia together. We get in the car. We go to the gym. So we're just like working out and stuff. And it was like a nice little view. I had put little videos on Instagram and stuff of our little view. But I'm sad. I'm running on that treadmill. Y'all, I'm this close to crying. Okay, I wanted to just break out and cry, but Miss Olivia had dementia. So I know her, she would have been like, girl, what you crying for? And although I could have explained everything that was going on and she wouldn't remember tomorrow, but it was just so much. I could not think straight, okay? I could not think straight at all. So we get done working out, we go downstairs. They were having like this Halloween little festival thing. So she's walking around, she's looking at stuff. And I felt like I wasn't my best. Like I wasn't myself. Normally I'm bubbly, I'm smiling, I'm talking a lot. This time I'm just like sad. I'm looking around. I look depressed. I look like I'm on my last leg. I wasn't myself. So the next thing we had to do after the festival was go to the grocery store. I didn't mind going to the grocery store any other time, but y'all, I knew that we was going to be in that grocery store for so long. And then when we get to the register, she would take so long to find that money. So we get to the grocery store, y'all. I'm looking around. I'm sad. Everything is reminding me of him, okay? Everything is reminding me of him. I see a cucumber that's reminding me of him. I see eggplants that's reminding me of him. No, I'm just kidding. But y'all, I'm seeing everything that's reminding me of him because we will always go to the grocery store. We will always cook and we will always just like chill. So I was stressed, okay? I was completely stressed. So Miss Olivia gets everything that she needed. We get to the register, right? We're there. I had a few things, so I paid for my stuff and then she put all her stuff up there, right? it come down to her looking for that money. And sometimes I would think she didn't have no money because she would take so long to look for it. So she's looking for her money and she's like laughing. She's like, yeah, I know it's in here somewhere. And she just looking in, right? Y'all, I'm stressed because after the grocery store, I would have just had to drop her off, help her put the groceries in the house, and then I could have left, okay? So she's taking forever to find this money. To where, y'all, I literally went in my wallet, pulled out $40, slapped it on the counter, was like, here, I'll pay for your groceries. I will pay for your groceries because, lady, you are taking too long and I want to go home. So she was like, oh, okay, thank you. She wasn't going to remember it the next day, no way. So it didn't even matter. So I paid for her groceries. We get everything. We put it in the car, y'all. I felt like I was throwing her groceries in the car. I wasn't, but that's how I felt because I was trying to hurry up. So she's walking slow as I don't know what to get to the car. And I'm just like, oh my God. I'm holding the door open. I'm holding her hand, trying to like help her in and stuff. So I get her in. I get in. We put our seatbelts on and then I take her home. We get there. I'm like taking all the groceries out the house. Like, it's just funny because she would move so slow. So while she's barely getting out the car, going to go unlock the door, I'm already got the bags in my hand behind her like, yeah, I'm ready to get in. So I got bags in my hand. She get the door open. I go in there. I put her stuff on the countertop. So I'm like, okay, where you want me to put such and such, such? So she's taking everything out. I'm putting it up so fast. Like, y'all, I'm moving so damn fast. I wanted to get home and cry. That's all I wanted to do was cry in my sorrow and just be sad and be depressed. That's it and that's all. And I had to hurry up because, you know, Kamaya had daycare and stuff, so I didn't have many hours to be crying all day. I only had a certain amount of hours, and I needed to get all my cries out so I could feel better for my child because it was Halloween. So, put all the groceries in the house. I'm like, all right, see you later. Bye, Miss Olivia. I'll see you tomorrow. Holla at you later. Deuces. Jump in my car, and I drive home. On my ride home, y'all, I am crying, and I'm singing Queen Naija. What's that song? What's that song where she be like, I just want to hold you? Is it Butterflies? I don't know. I can't remember what the song is called. But y'all, I'm rolling down Imperial crying. Okay? Tears is coming down. If somebody looked at me, they probably thought I was losing my mind. I'm literally crying, singing that song, screaming, looking like a psychopath. Looking like a damn psychopath. So I finally make it home and I'm stressed, y'all. I'm so stressed. So I pull out one of my little Blackie Mouths. Because y'all know I would indulge when I be stressed out. So I pull out a little Blackie Mouth. I'm just in the car just puffing. Sitting in the parking lot stressed because my man really broke up with me. And he was standing on business. He was serious. So after I done, I go in the house. I'm depressed, y'all. I'm so hurt because I'm constantly checking his Twitter. I'm constantly checking his Instagram. He's posting, but he's not posting too much. And then he's nonchalant about the whole situation. He did not care. So I get in the house and I go straight in my bed. I go straight in my bed and I just lay there. In the bed, just sitting there crying my eyes out. Eyes just burning from just crying. Before I was going to take me a nap. Before I wanted to take my nap, I told myself, let's go check that Twitter. Let's just see what he put on there. I go check the Twitter. Why this man tweet, I just lost my best 3,000. My best. Yeah. So I really was sad. I'm like, oh, he really serious. He don't want to be with me no more. Like, he's really serious. Because he would always tell me that I did a good job when it came down to that type of stuff. So I'm like, oh, he's serious. He really don't want to be with me no more. He put on there that he didn't lost his best. So I had to go to bed. I fall asleep and I wake back up. I'm thinking it's a dream. I'm telling myself, oh, it was just a dream. It was just a dream. Then reality hit. No, this man really broke up with me. I don't know what it was about Mac, but Mac, I don't know if this man could sense things, but he called me and I answered the phone. I'm just like, hello. And he like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, nothing. What do you want, Mac? So he was telling me, what you doing for Halloween? I know Kamaya got to go trick-or-treating, so what's going on? I pretty much just told him, yeah, I was going to take her because I was just going to take her around the little neighborhood and that was going to be that. So he invited himself to take us trick-or-treating. I didn't mind because I was literally depressed, okay? I was so sad, and I really didn't even want to be bothered with Halloween. But hey, yeah, stepdaddy to the rescue. That was a relief because I was stressing about Halloween. I was gonna take her for just a little bit, and we was gonna go back in the house, and I was gonna cry myself to sleep, okay? I was gonna get her some fast food, and I was gonna just starve, okay? I was just gonna starve and possibly just drink some almond milk because I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to do anything. The days gone by, I still ain't heard from him. I'm constantly checking his social media. He's unbothered. He's unfazed. He didn't care at all. There was nothing. I used to type up messages and want to send them so bad. I wanted to send messages to him so bad. I wanted to break that no contact, but I couldn't. I really couldn't because he never told me why he broke up with me. So I ended up going to go get Kamaya from school. It got later in the day. Mac ended up coming to get us, and he took us trick-or-treating. Ended up just driving around, and Mac would get out with Kamaya, and I was just sitting in the car. Because, y'all, I was really sad about my man. I was so sad, and I'm telling him, like, yeah, me and my boyfriend just broke up, and da-da-da-da-da. And he kept telling me, get out the car. Get out the car and trick-or-treat with us. But, y'all, I'm just on the phone with my sister, and I did not want to get out the car. I was just, I could not separate the two. I couldn't just, I don't know, y'all. It irritates me so bad because I should have just been like, you know what, F that, and let me put my mind somewhere else because why am I tripping off him? Why am I sweating this man? I'm just still sitting on the phone. I'm sad. I'm talking to my sister, and I'm just telling her how heartbroken I am, and damn, it's getting closer to her birthday. I don't know why, but the delusionalness inside of me thought that he was gonna still show up for me for my sister's birthday. I just knew that at the end of the day, he was gonna come, he was gonna, you know, show up for me because it was so many times where I showed up for him. It was so many times where I had his back. It was so many times where I was quick on my feet thinking of solutions to his problems. So I just knew that he wasn't gonna leave me hanging. I just, deep down in my heart, I just knew. So trick-or-treating get done. Me and Mac is having a conversation. He's pretty much telling me he wanted to move back in. He would pay the rent for like the next 2 months, and we can get back on fixing our relationship because we had a lot of things going on in our relationship too. But at the end of the day, we loved each other. I agreed. At that point, I didn't care. I was so sad. I really did not care. I told him, yeah, come home. Come home. And you was talking about paying the rent for 2 months, baby. Come on in. Come on. Come now. Right now. The next morning. No good morning text. Still no good morning text. And that's how it was for the next couple of days. The day of my sister's birthday. I don't know. I folded, y'all. I folded. I didn't understand why he broke up with me, and I needed to talk to him because I really was just thinking, oh, you really not gonna show up for me on my sister's birthday? I sent a text. I folded, y'all. I broke the no contact. I sent a text, and I'm just like, hey, like, how you doing? And he texts back. He was like, I'm doing good. What about you? I told him, I'm doing good. You really done with me? He responded back. He told me, yeah, he was done. I'm asking him why. Why are you done with me? What did I do? So he did bring up the fact that I posted that picture on Twitter, and he just kind of just ain't looked at me the same way. And then he also was just like, oh, I just kind of feel as if you're pressuring me to come to your sister's dinner, to meet your family. You're making it a big deal. Like, I have to meet your family, and I'm not ready to meet all your family. And y'all, he just made it about him. He made the whole situation about him, and he made it seem like I was pressuring him. And it made me so mad because I can tell you right now, the people that he was going to meet, it was literally going to be a high and a bye. Nobody gave a fuck about him, okay? It wasn't that deep. It was just one of those situations where you gonna be around these people, say hi, and that's it. And they don't care. They're gonna finish doing what they're doing. It wasn't that deep at all. It wasn't like we was finna be all sitting at a round table and we all was finna be just sitting there grilling him, asking him questions and asking him what he want, where he see himself with me in the next 5 years and shit. Like, it wasn't finna be none of that. It was literally gonna be him, hi, 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 them, hi, and then everybody continue doing what they doing. That's it. And then we go just have some fun and just be at Dave & Buster's. So I was so mad. It made me so mad because, are you serious? Are you serious? And then it made me feel as if he never got over me posting that picture on Twitter. He never got over that. And that sucks because it really wasn't that deep. It wasn't at all. I'm sitting there looking at the text and I'm reading it over. I'm reading it over and over and over before I respond back because I wanted to respond back like, you a Chaz Nick, okay? You are a Chaz guy, all right? But I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I told myself I wasn't gonna do that. I was telling myself that I wasn't gonna call men B words anymore because I really was trying to be a better person. I'm looking at the text and I respond back and I instantly told him, hey, yeah, you never got over what I did on Twitter, and I pretty much expressed how I felt about that whole situation, and then I expressed how I felt about him meeting my family. And I told him, you meeting my family wasn't going to be them sitting there drilling you, asking you a million questions. It was just going to be a high and by situation, but I wanted you to meet these people. That's it. Because what you was going to just come and not say anything to nobody. But I should have thought in my mind, he didn't even want to meet the family that I told him about at the birthday party last time. So, yeah, he probably really did think I was pressuring him. But I promise y'all I was not pressuring him. I just told him, hey, my sister's having a birthday dinner at Dave & Buster's. Like, what did you think? It's at Dave & Buster's, bro. Like, he made it seem like I said we going out to some crazy place. And like, it just really made me so mad. So, we're going back and forth in text, right? So I'm just telling him, dang, that's crazy. You really just gonna leave me hanging. He expressed how he felt and said what he said, and then that was it. We were really done. I stopped talking to him, and I was so hurt. I remember, first of all, I arrived to the dinner late, and I lived on the same damn street. I only lived about 10, 15 minutes away from the place, but I arrived there late. I remember just feeling so sad and out, and I just threw on anything, y'all. I threw on some Adidas pants and Adidas shirt. And I just had my hair in a ponytail. I didn't feel my best. I felt like I didn't look my best. I just was showing up for my sister at that point. So I'm there and I'm trying not to be sad. I'm playing with the kids. I'm trying to have fun. And it was fun. It kind of was getting my mind off of everything too. So that was like the good thing about the whole situation. So we're just having fun, taking pictures. I might insert some pictures, but then I might not. So after the whole Dave & Buster's thing, right, I see him viewing everything that I'm putting on Instagram. He's viewing my story, watching everything. So I get home and I start making these sad videos, listening to Summer Walker, listening to session 30. Is it session 32? Session 32. So I'm sitting there listening to these sad songs. I'm sitting there listening to all these Summer Walker songs, making these cringe little videos. I looked crazy, okay? But I was so hurt, y'all. Like, my feelings was so hurt. I really loved this man so bad. But it was official. We was really done. I knew that we were really done when we didn't talk anymore. He didn't hit me up. It's like he just did not care about anything and how I felt. And y'all, when I say I was so sad, the Ari Lennox album, I don't remember what album it was, but Ari Lennox album literally would put me to sleep. I would listen to the whole album and cry. Okay, I would just cry while the album is playing. I swear, if Chicago Boy plays, soon as I hear the beginning of Chicago Boy, I can start crying on cue like this. Because when I tell you that album, that whole album, I just would cry. I would cry so bad. It was sad. And that happened for weeks. I even deleted my Instagram for a month. Okay, I deleted my Instagram. I didn't want to be on the internet. I would still be on Twitter, but I just could not be on Instagram because it just seemed like he was posting more and more and more on Instagram, and he just did not care at all. So we was officially broken up, and that was that. That was our relationship. We were done. We were still kind of friends on social media, but on Twitter, we weren't friends on Twitter, but we were friends on Instagram. And then randomly, he unfollowed me when I came back. So after that whole month of me being gone, I came back. And I want to say I deleted my Instagram like November 12th to like December 15th, like right before my birthday, right? So in the meantime, y'all, I started acting crazy over Mac. I had saw that Mac had posted a girl on his Instagram, and I started losing my mind. I said, oh no, I gotta get one of my niggas back and the other one is not coming back, so I gotta get this one back. So y'all, I started acting crazy. Like when I say started acting crazy, I started doing some crazy stuff. And that's a whole nother story time in itself. But Christmas roll around, my birthday roll around, me and Mac actually rekindled and we were gonna get back together on my birthday. Remember that story time I told y'all about damn, I don't even know what the name is. But it was a story time that I told y'all about how I had linked with this boy and it was my birthday. We was drinking in the car, and then he was telling me that he was gonna walk me upstairs. I told him he didn't have to walk me upstairs, but he still insisted on walking me upstairs, and he tried kissing me and almost, well, he did push me in my apartment and was on top of me kissing me like as if he was gonna try to essay me or something. Yeah, that happened on my birthday. So that happened on my birthday, and then I ended up calling Mac. Well, Mac ended up hitting me up. I don't know what it is about Mac hitting me up, y'all, but Mac ended up hitting me up. He had blocked me on Christmas. And so he ended up hitting me up on my birthday and told me happy birthday. And then his mama had made me some jam roll. So he ended up bringing me the jam roll. And that's how me and Mac rekindled. And that's when we tried to work on our relationship again. That's a whole, that story, that's a whole story time in itself. But yeah, so now it's December, it's my birthday, and then after my birthday, right? It's the pandemic, and it's early on in the pandemic. I want to say it is, things were still open, so I can't remember what month it was. But I want to say maybe it was a month or two into the pandemic, and this is before they started shutting down everything. I get a random text from Freaky Man. And when I tell you, I was so shocked to see this text from him, I was just sitting there. I was staring at it for a minute because I didn't know how to respond. I instantly called my sister. I'm like, bitch, Freaky Man just text me. I don't know what to say. What do I do? Da, 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 da. Like, I'm just like panicking because I didn't still feel how I felt about him. But I still was just like, wow, that's crazy. You broke up with me in October. November go by, December go by, January go by, February go by, March. I want to say this was like close to his birthday. So this was probably like the end of March going into April. So I'm just like, I'm shocked. I'm really shocked that he even hit me up. And he texted me, was just like, how you doing? It took me so long to respond, and I wish that I would have never responded, but I did. And I responded back, and I told him, I'm doing good. What about you? He texted me back, and we're just sparking up a conversation. I felt as if I was being dry. I know I was, because I really didn't have much to say to him, but it was the pandemic, and I was lonely. So Kamaya had left with my sister, and I was working my 2 jobs. So I would just go to work and come home, go to work and come home. And then with the pandemic going around and how all that was going, it was just, yeah, go to work, come home. So I was lonely. I was. And he was just asking me about the pandemic, like how I feel about it. And I'm telling him, I'm not scared. I'm really not scared about it. It is what it is. Like, if I happen to catch it, you know, I'm just follow the necessary precautions. But other than that, there's nothing, I can't be afraid of. If I'm afraid of it, then it's going to shelter me in, and I'm not going to want to go out into the world. I'm going to just quit my jobs and just sit in the house looking foolish. So we're having a conversation, and I don't know, all these feelings start coming back. I start feeling like, damn, I miss him. Like, I kind of miss my friend. And I was looking at it as a friend point of view because I felt like we were friends. I'm sitting there looking at the text messages, and I'm reading the thread, and I'm just, I don't know. I just started feeling some type of way. So he asked to see me. Of course, I folded. I told him, yeah, I was lonely. It was the pandemic. If you didn't have nobody in the pandemic like me, I ain't had nobody during the pandemic. So I was extra lonely, and I was sad. I told him he can come over. He told me that he'll be there in an hour or so. I was like, okay, cool. Y'all, I jumped up so fast, showered, got myself together because I had not seen him in so long. Oh, he wasn't finna see me looking a mess. Hair was looking cute. I was looking good. I remember I had a side part weave, and it was red. I had just dyed my hair red. I always dye my hair around February red, but I had just dyed my hair red. Me and Mac was not on no good terms at all. We weren't even speaking at this time. It was like a F-Mac movement, for real. Like, it was most definitely a F-Mac movement. So, I don't know. I kind of felt Freaky Man hit me up just in time. He arrives to my house, and when I tell y'all that doorbell, soon as it rang, my heart dropped. It dropped to the ground because this is what I wanted. I wanted him to come and really give me some closure. I felt like he never gave me closure. It was just like, F you, I'm done. Get out of my life. That's how I felt. So I opened the door, and when I opened the door, y'all, I wanted to cry so bad because all them feelings just slapped me across my face, and he just smiling at me so hard. He comes in, we hug, and he just like, how you been? I miss you. I haven't talked to you in so long. And we're just catching up, and we're talking. While we're talking, he was telling me how things have been good. So he was still working with the kids, and then he also had another job. So he had 2 jobs, and he was just saying how good he's doing. And I'm happy for him. I'm super happy for him. He asked me if I had tried this one place. It was this one place somewhere in Inglewood, and I had never tried it, but I had heard of the place. So he was just like, yeah, let's go there. Let's go eat the food, and then we can come back here. We could chill. We could just talk and catch up. So we get in the car. We go there. And I remember making like videos. Then when we got the place, I'm like making videos and stuff. And I'm happy because, yeah, it was just, I don't know. I was happy, but then I don't know. I was happy, but I wasn't showing that I was happy at all. He may have not known that I was happy to be around him because I wasn't about to just be all willy-nilly like, yeah, you can go without hitting me up. We can break up for these many months and you just could just pop up in my life and it's going to be good. No. So on the outside looking in, I probably was looking uninterested. I probably was. I'm sitting there making videos in his car. I'm minding my business. I'm talking to him, but I'm like kind of one wording him. But I'm just, I don't know. I'm in my own little world. So we get our food. We waited for a minute and then we head back to my apartment. We get there. We're eating our food. Everything's going good. After we got done eating, we're sitting on the couch and we're just talking. I asked him what was the real reason why he broke up with me. Because I just wanted to know. So he told me that if he would have stayed with me, then I possibly would have got pregnant. And he wanted to travel the world a little bit more. When I tell you it made me so mad, it literally, it kind of triggered me a little bit. Because first of all, I don't know if I ever gave that I'm a trap a nigga with a baby. Because baby, if you don't want the baby, you ain't got to tell me more than once. You just got to tell me once. That's it. That's all you have to do is tell me one time. And baby, yeah, I'm going to do a magic trick. Because I'm never into trying to, and it's crazy because I've never ever had that issue. Like I've never had to go to Planned Parenthood and get rid of, I've never, not once in my life. But it's the fact that I don't know if I'm going to keep the baby, even though you don't want it. I don't know if that's what he thought, but he had me all the way up, okay? He had me from the left, the right, the up, the down. He had me up all around, okay? And I was sitting there looking at him like, are you serious? And I told him, I said, first of all, if you don't want a baby, if anything I'm messing with don't want a baby, they ain't got to worry about me keeping it. Like that ain't even an issue. So I'm like, continue. Then he said that his mom said if he choose to stay with me and be in a relationship with me, then he's gonna have to raise my daughter. And I'm like, okay, you said this before and I told you that's out. You wouldn't have to raise anything. Like, that's my baby. Unless you chose to step up and want to be an extra bonus father. Other than that, no, you don't have. And I really was so lost as to take care of. I felt like he was saying take care of financially, not just physically and just because you're in a relationship with me and you grow to love my child. It was more so take care of her financially. And that made me so mad because here I am working 2 jobs. I make my own money. My baby don't want for anything. I get her literally whatever she wants. If she says she wants it, I buy it. My baby don't have to want for food. She don't have to want for clothes. She don't have to want for anything. So it kind of was like a slap in my face because you saw how hard I worked and you had the audacity to try to make it seem like as if I needed anything. You couldn't even afford a meal, let alone 2 meals. Why the would I? Come on now. And it makes me mad because I loved him for the person that he was. I loved him for him. So it made me so mad as he's explaining this to me. I am literally losing it. So yeah, he wanted to travel some more. And it made me mad too about that because yeah, you traveled, but stop trying to make it seem like you didn't travel to damn near all the states and you still got a lot of more traveling to do. Like, what? Y'all, his excuse still was BS. It was BS as I don't know what. But yeah, that was the reason why he broke up with me. And then he also said, of course, that I was pressuring him. He felt like I was pressuring him to meet my family. So yeah, those was his 3 reasons. While we were sitting there talking, I did ask about the son. I'm like, did you ever get that DNA test for the little boy? And he pretty much was telling me, oh, no, I never got it. And I sent her the money, but she never sent it back. And y'all, I don't know why, but I was just sitting there looking at him like, you never sent that money. Unless you sent that money when we stopped talking, you never sent that money when you said you sent that money. But whatever, go off. And he was like, and then she changed her number. I'm like, oh, that sucks. That's crazy. And then we started talking about something else because I already knew in the back of my mind, I'm like, this nigga's lying. I just knew he was lying, for real. He was lying like a motherfucker. So one thing led to another, and then we ended up doing some things that people be doing. It was, I don't know. I feel like once I'm off you, it really just depends. It was times where I was just like, freaking man literally was one of the best that I've ever had. And still, I still stand 10 toes down and saying that freaking man is one of the best I ever had. But when we did the thing that we did, it was like mediocre. It was whatever. It wasn't the best. It was just, I don't know. I don't know. It was whatever. So after we did that, we was in the bed, we was chilling and stuff. And then what made me mad, y'all, this is what made me mad. This motherfucker gonna say, yeah, I gotta get back home because my mom is scared of COVID. When I tell y'all that blew me, it made me so mad. It made me so mad because I'm like, there go that damn mama again. Like, there's that mom again. And I was just like, oh no, it's cool. Like, do you, bye, get out. Like, I didn't say that, but I wanted to say that. So yeah, he left and we didn't talk again. Like, we really stopped talking after that day. I was uninterested. I really didn't have nothing to say to him after that. I don't know. It was just kind of like one of those situations where you meet up again after a while, and if it feels right, you go with the flow. If it don't, it's just, yeah, whatever. And that was that, y'all. I had not talked to him that was 2020. I didn't talk to him again until 2021. And he started acting crazy. He would not leave me the alone. He wouldn't leave me alone, y'all. He was obsessive. It was getting to the point where I wanted to block him. For real. He came back. He added me on Instagram. He would try to like follow me on Twitter. It was, y'all, he was acting crazy as I don't know what. But yeah, that's pretty much how our relationship ended. That wasn't the last time I saw him. I saw him, I want to say, 2 more times after 2021. Yeah, I saw him 2 more times. But it was just like yeah, you see me? Yeah, I'm that type. You know, it was like one of those. And then there was another one I had him pull up. And yeah, y'all. When I tell you that man would not leave me alone, would not leave me alone. Literally, the only reason why I'm telling this series is because he had recently unfollowed me off Instagram. And I'm thinking to myself, you unfollowing me off Instagram because I won't link with you. When I tell y'all, this man would literally text me at like 11 p.m. and be like, oh, can you come meet me halfway in LA? No. And I hate when to think that just because they had you back then that they got you now. No, you don't have me like how you used to have me. I'm not about to drive nowhere. Are you crazy? Back then, oh yeah, I would have drove. But no. So yeah, y'all, he recently unfollowed me. I want to say 2 months ago. 2 months ago? Yeah, like 2 months ago, he unfollowed me off Instagram. So yeah, that's why I had to tell his little series and get it over with because, yeah, but I don't want to say it is another part, but it is another story. Like, it's stories when I linked up with him the last 2 times, but I'll do those stories another time. But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much how our relationship went. That was that. Don't know if that baby was his. Still don't even know. Don't even know if that baby was his or not. For real. I don't know anything at all. So that was that. I had asked him in 2021, why did he come to my house one time during the pandemic, and then that was it. Like, we just completely stopped talking. Because he was just like, I miss you. All of my DMs, I miss you so much. I never stopped loving you. You were so good to me. You was this, you was that. He's literally just saying all these things that I already know. You don't have to tell me something I already know. It just took you longer. It took you a long time to realize that. As he's telling me this, I told him, well, why during the pandemic you only came to my house one time and then we stopped talking? So this fool gonna tell me that when he came over, it just didn't feel the same. Nothing was the same. He felt as if I was still hurt behind everything that happened in our relationship. And he just felt it just was never going to be the same. I mean, it's the first time we're seeing each other after some months. Yeah, a lot has occurred with me as well. I didn't went through a a whole bunch of ordeals. So yeah, I'm feeling some type of way, but how dare you just say it was just never going to be the same? You didn't even give it a chance. Like, you didn't even fight for it, just like you didn't fight for me. So I don't know. It just, that rubbed me the wrong way. And I was like, yeah, he ain't got to worry about me no more. And when I tell you, that man literally up until this year has always hit me up saying something, whether it was on Instagram or, yeah, because I had my last phone number for the longest. And then don't ask why I gave that man my number. Don't ask why I gave him my recent number, okay? Don't ask. But yeah, I was feeling lonely and wanted to talk to somebody. But yeah, he's just been obsessive since. Always, can I come see you? Can you come see me? I miss you. Just, y'all, the list goes on. He just never, ever left me alone. Except for a couple months ago when he unfollowed me off Instagram. But yeah, y'all, that is the end of me and Freaky Man. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, y'all, that is the ending of this story time. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. Y'all, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love y'all so much. If y'all want the story on when I linked up with him the last 2 times, then I'll give that to you. But I'll give that to y'all. But I got to do another story in between because, y'all, I'm tired of talking about this man, for real. But I'm happy to have got this series over with because, yeah, I don't want to talk about I want to do one more story on him and that's it. But, yeah, y'all, I love y'all so much. All right, y'all. Bye.